I'm pleased to be joined with Cher Paulson, who's the executive director at Living Bible Explorers. And Cher, we've chatted with you multiple times in the past. You're back and you have some really exciting news because Living Bible Explorers, you guys are going to be on the move for a pretty good reason. It's a pretty cool story.
Yeah, I'm so excited, Angela, to share with people that we have bought a new building. Yeah, it's so exciting. And you know what? Even more exciting, it is right across the street from where we already are. We're at 600 Burnell, and we have just bought at 590 Alverstone Street, and we can see it from our place. And we are just so thrilled that we now are going to have a space like in our Burnell. It was a little small for what we were trying to do and just one space. And now we're going to have, it has like a gym space and a full kitchen to do our programming. And it is so exciting. We are so excited.
And I mean, yeah, just having it in the community that you're already serving is probably a blessing too.
Well, our vision is to minister to people in the West End of Winnipeg. So it was so important that we knew God was growing and doing something. It was so important to us that it would be in the same community. And doesn't he line it up so it's right across the street? He is so cool.
Absolutely. And I mean, we were chatting off the air a couple minutes ago too, just how this all came up in the first place. Yeah. And it is like such a God story. So can you share that?
Absolutely. So we had been just praying as a board and a staff of what is next. We know we're busting at the seams where we are in Burnell. God, what do you have for us? And I know the years past, people looked around in our neighborhood. What's there for sale? And so this building we bought was a church. And they stopped having services. And so we were just kind of seeing what was happening there, if they were going to sell. And so then it came up that in the fall that they were going to sell. And so we were in talks with them and we made an offer and our financing fell through. Oh. And I just thought, Lord, this can't be the end of this. This is such a miracle. I know that you're doing something. And so I was driving to work, listening to CHVN like I always do, Angela. And on came a commercial for Rosenort Credit Union. And I had never heard of them. But I thought, they're advertising on CHVN. I wonder if they would help us. Before the end of the day was out, our chair of the board was talking to the CEO of Rosenort Credit Union, pitched him our idea, told him about the ministry and about our chance to buy this building, and Rosenort Credit Union has worked with us and they gave us our mortgage. And so we are just so thrilled. And it was through CHVN, through Rosenort Credit Union, that God was able to do this miracle for Living Bible Explorers.
Absolutely. And yeah, just like you sharing that's like LBE was bursting at the seams, that you were probably like looking at so many different options and trying to figure out next steps, like you were saying. And then one right across the street came up and then you're like, okay, how do we make this work? Make it work. God paved a way for it, And so like, that's so cool just getting to see how faithful he is. So now as you're kind of going to be moving, like this was probably a long process, even like you said, starting kind of in the fall, like starting last year, but there's probably like a lot of times before kind of just like, okay, just trying to figure out next steps, just like planning a future as you would do anyways, right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And actually, when we talk to people now, we find out that people have been specifically praying for this. And I know two members of our board, and then other people that we've talked to that specifically were praying for that building to be ours. And it's so amazing how God just knows the right timing, because like we were talking before, the fall probably wouldn't have been the right timing for us and now is. And so we got possession of the building yesterday. Wow. And we're going to start. There's a few things we need to do. So February, we're going to kind of take that to do those things. And then March, we're going to actually move from our building over. I don't know if we just walk it across the street or what.
So if you see a train of people walking across, you know what's going on, right?
Yeah, maybe we should do like an assembly line thing. I don't know. But we're going to do that in March and move over our programming, like program by program. I still don't know, one day at a time. The Lord's going to help us do all that. And then by April 1st, we're going to be fully running, hopefully fully running in our new building.
And what are you most looking forward to? Kind of like, so April 1st comes and it's like, hey, you're moved in, you're settled, you're ready to just kind of hit the ground running. What are you most looking forward to?
Here's what I'm most looking forward to is that we have a new family ministry, and we started that in a one room. It's like a one room schoolhouse, but our one room house in Burnell. I am looking forward to being able to grow simultaneously 3 ministries in one. So we bring the family together, they all have lunch together, and now we have 3 separate spaces to be ministering to 3 different age groups all at the same time. And I am so excited about that. Also excited about there being a place where kids can go. We have our own gym now, and we've got that General Wolf right across the street. And they can come anytime. Like, there's just no end to the possibility of ministry that can now happen with this bigger space.
Yeah, we're excited here just to see how LBE continues to grow. And so obviously when you're doing this actual move, it's going to be a lot of work, and you have your amazing team and volunteers and everything, but maybe if like Siege fan listeners are listening or watching this right now, like how can they help if they want to like play a part?
Yeah, we would love if anybody wants to come and help us move. If anybody has a skill, like they can fix up things or paint things or whatever, give me a call or livingbibleexplorers.com and you'll get in touch with us. And who knows, like this whole year, like I've worked there now 1 year. This is my 1 year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. And I have been so surprised. I continue to be surprised with the connections God makes. So I just make the ask, and who knows? And so maybe you could help us move. Maybe you can help us. I don't know. Maybe you have some kind of skill that you can help us, whatever. And those who are supporting our ministry to keep it strong on the operations side will probably be in the next few months. We're going to be formulating. It's all very new, but we're going to be planning and formulating how we do a building fund and raising money down the road for that. But right now it's keeping operations strong and moving our building actually over. And I'm just excited to make new connections with people. If this is the first time you're hearing about Living Bible Explorers, call me, make an appointment, come see our new building. Or maybe you've been supporting us for a long time and you want to see our new building, and I'll take you on a tour and show you what we're going to do and cast the vision, and you can be on board with us. And I don't know, whenever anybody wants, call me. And however you want to help, we'll try and make a place for people.
Absolutely. It's really just going to be like the whole community kind of coming together to help the ministry that's serving the community, so it's not even like just helping LB, it's helping the west end of Winnipeg.
Absolutely. That's what we want to be. There's lots of things happening around us, and we just want to be part of the community, helping the community.
Absolutely. Well, sure. We're excited just to hear more about this, because that's just an incredible miracle story of just how this all kind of came together. And
yes,
we're excited to see kind of what comes from LB, how you guys continue to grow in the future. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.